Alright, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning to our beloved lecturer and fellow classmates. We are from group 7, which led by Ahmad Syakir and followed by Amirul Mukminin, Juliyana, Muhammad Hairul, Canolius, and me, myself, Ahmad Suffian. And today, we're gonna talk about what is Earth coordinate system and its important and function of it for subject FHM 3206, Geographic Information System in Forestry. We divided this topic into 4 parts. Part 1, that is latitude, we will explain it, explain latitude and longitude. Second part, equator. Third part, meridian line. And last part, Y and X axis. So moving on to the first part. Next slide, please. Okay, latitude and longitude, which cover the entire Earth. The function which allowing and help us to find any location. So the cardinal direction. So what is cardinal direction? Cardinal direction or cardinal point are the direction that represent north, east, south, and west, commonly denoted by their initial that you can see in most compass as N, E, S, and W. All right, I hope you guys understand. So moving on to the next slide. So for latitude, for your information, latitude start at equator at 0 degrees, where the equator run from east to the west, dividing the Earth into two equal parts, which line of latitude of north of the equator are labeled as N, as shown in the picture beside that, while the line of latitude south of the equator are labeled with an S below, just below of the north. All right. So for the next slide, longitude, I will pass it to Juliyana. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Juliyana. I will continue for longitude part. And longitude start at the prime meridian located at Greenwich, England at 0 degree longitude. And it ends on the other side of the Earth at 180 degree longitude, also known as the international deadline. And the United States is located west of the prime meridian, and these prime meridian lines of longitude west are labeled with W, and then lines of longitude east of the prime meridians are labeled with an E. This longitude is important, especially to determine time and location together with latitude. Moving on to the next part, I will pass to Amirul.
Hello, my name is Amirul. I'm gonna talk about equator. This is an equator is an imaginary line around the middle of a planet or other celestial body. It is halfway between the North Pole and South Pole at 0 degree latitude. Equator are the red line shown in this picture below. This horizontal line divides the planet into a northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. The Earth is widest at equator line. The distance around the Earth at the equator is circumference is 40,075 kilometer, 24,901 miles. Okay, now I'm gonna pass to Syakir for the next slide.
Hello, my name is Syakir. Okay, I'm going to talk about meridian line. So a meridian is a north-south line selected as the zero reference line for astronomical observations. So the picture below is a prime meridian line and an equator line at the Earth. And meridians are half of a great circle on the Earth's surface. The length of a meridian has been estimated at 20,003.93 km, which is equivalent to 12,429.9 miles. I will pass to Canolius, the next presenter. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Canolius. Here I want to represent about the X axis and Y axis, which is represent about the latitude and longitude. Next slide. Okay, for the Y axis is represent the latitude, which is since latitude can be positive and negative, shown as north and south of the equator, as you can see on the picture above. Next slide. Next slide, please. And the x-axis is represent to the longitude, while longitude is an angular measure of east and west from the prime meridian. Now I want to pass to the our last presenter, which is YB, or we call him Hairul.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and good morning. My name is Muhammad Hairul Hafizie bin Muhammad Hanafi. Based on presentation, the conclusion, my team was able to draw, were able to identify latitude and longitude. You all can see latitude, soft line of latitude of the equator and label with NS, and longitude, lines of longitude is of the prime meridian are labeled with NE. Be able to now more clear about equator and meridian. Equator and is a imaginary line around the middle of a planet or other celestial body. It is halfway between the North Pole and the South Pole at 0° latitude. Meridian are half of a great circle of the Earth's surface. And last, Bill able identify Y and X axis. Y represent the latitude and X axis represent the longitude. That's all for today. Thank you.